Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. This is chapter 340. I don't see a title yet, but it's the hiatus is over. What a wild hiatus this has been. Christmas, obviously, and the holidays. Horikoshi took a break here and there. But yeah, here we are with chapter 340, and the last one left off on such an interesting note because you have the students following Deku as like part of a search team. What they're searching for, I don't know. I've been wondering for a while now, and yeah, I'm just ready to see what happens next. Are we to go with the villains again, or staying with the students? I don't know. And I just want to say I'm recording this at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I slept and then got up. So if I look a little sleepy or whatever, that is why. So, yeah, let's dive on in. By the way, I hope everyone's having a great day. Or morning. Depending on when you watch this, hope you're having a great day. And if you like this video, consider just commenting, liking, subscribing. I do these every week that these come out. And yeah, these are the unofficial translations. Central Hospital. In order to work closely with this vital facility, as we get a shot of Central Hospital and a really nice detailed shot of a building, for all it's worth, preparing for war with the villains. The heroes are ... Multiple police stations are located in close proximity, as it shows far away. Anti-Paranormal Liberation Front Task Force, like tic-tac or whatever, onto the sign for the door. That's hilarious. Anti-Paranormal Liberation Front Task Force. All Might starts talking. Currently, young Aoyama is awaiting the results of his investigation. Pertaining to Aoyama's case, says Hawks, our actions have suddenly been restricted. All the people in here have worked tirelessly considering various factors and pieces of evidence to put him in the clear for now. As we get a room, more or less everyone that we've seen so far, no one really out of note here, talks with him will proceed further. And Hawks continues, Endeavor-san and Genius-san will be in charge of the main hero force. Although this is an emergency situation, it's still a very closed-off matter. For now, putting safety as our number one priority, we will continue with fewer people involved. Keep them close to the vest. Makes sense. Oh, we get Ragdoll. Why is Ragdoll here? That's the plan, she says as she does her trademark kind of cat pose. But because of it, from the Wild Wild Pussycats, Ragdoll. I've been quite lonely. Ryuko, and the rest of the group can't come with us. I apologize. It's not that I don't trust them, says Hawks. Like I said, you got to keep it close to the vest, keep the numbers low. Yeah, says Ragdoll, and then yeah replies Hawks. I don't know. Someone told me like if yeah is like a reference to something, but. My quirk search is being used maliciously now, right? That's why I want to be as big of help as I can to you guys, she says. So please tell me the necessary details. As we get All Might with is it a chalkboard? He flips out a piece of chalk, and there's two little buttons on the board, I guess. Oh, the two little buttons are the hand for Shigaraki, and you see like a wrinkled face for All for One. That's kind of funny. This is neither the best nor the second best plan, but it's something we absolutely need to do, says All Might. Separate them. Ah, okay. I mean, that's a good plan. I mean, it's kind of straightforward. I feel like that's pretty obvious, but continue, All Might. Let's hear what your plan is. Judging from the recorded data from Star and Stripes battle, it is clear that Shigaraki Tomura has well surpassed All for One in terms of strength. I kind of figure that as well. I think most people would figure that, but that's cool that they officially say it. Those who witnessed my battle at Camino should be well aware of All for One's raw power. Yeah, so take into account that Shigaraki would beat All for One at this point. Yeah. He put it on full display during the raid on Tartarus. In addition to communication via radio waves, we are unsure of how developed the shared consciousness is between him and Shigaraki. If we were to face even just the two of them simultaneously, we would have no chance of winning, says All Might. Someone replies, Then why didn't they work together during Star's battle? All Might says, in order to avoid the whole situation of being called by their name, All for One would recognize himself as the All for One and be condemned to one of the New Order's rules. Oh, okay, because he identifies as All for One, so New Order would work on him. Actually makes a lot of sense. Since Shigaraki, whose name is kind of all over the place, he has like several names. I love, and then we get a close up of the two pins again, the wrinkled face of All for One with a smile, and then a hand for Shigaraki. That's great. We must separate them by a minimum of 10 kilometers. This is the prerequisite we must achieve if we want to have a chance at victory. Why 10 kilometers? Interesting number. Tsukuyoichi says, wouldn't they also be wary of that and make sure it doesn't happen? We've taken that into account, Tsukuyoichi-kun. As he moves a Dobby piece, so this is clearly like a magnet board or whatever. He moves Dobby in to burn and reduce everything to ashes. That is the terrifying nature of fire. We witnessed the threat of it firsthand at the training camp and at Guga Mountain. If Dobby were to act as their vanguard, he could stop us right in our tracks. Okay. Does he have a little pin for all the people? Like, how did he take the time to actually draw these? Like, I wonder, like, the logistics behind this. Like, that's actually great to think about. Ragdoll says, if we want to separate All for One and Shigaraki, we have to first isolate Dobby. Not just Dobby, says, what's the cat's name? Sansa. I always hesitate on his name. Sansa. Exactly, says All Might. We have to isolate all of them. And he slaps the board again. We must separate each and every one of the villain's main forces. We must lure them out individually and crush them one by one. Good plan. I don't think All for One would fall for that, though. He's a little too smart for that. This seems very straightforward, but it's a good plan on paper, but maybe it'll work. I don't know. But isn't that plan a little too laid back? Says one of the officers. Doing as you say would certainly save us a lot of trouble, says another officer. You're right, says All Might. However, if we want these conditions to line up perfectly, we must have some sort of strategy ready. Is it Aoyama? Says Tsukuyoichi. He's still wavering, All Might replies. A young boy, born quirkless, and used as a tool his whole life. Tsukuyoichi continues. I do sympathize with him, but looking at it objectively, the fact that he betrayed society as a whole remains unchanged. Especially considering my position, I can't help be skeptical of him. I want to believe in young Aoyama, says All Might. And I already believe in ... I'm assuming he's going to say, oh no, he actually continues, the one directly responsible for him, Shoto Aizawa. Nice! Okay, we actually have Aizawa sitting down in front of Aoyama right here. I don't know what building this is, but... Oh, okay. I've been waiting to hear Aizawa talk for a while, actually. I'm really curious to what he's going to say to Aoyama here. Dude, by the way, he looks Aizawa always looks good. He pulls off the eye patch, the scarred look so well. He's just a sexy beast. What can you say? And we have the chicken doctor again. Nice. From the examinations we conducted, we noticed nothing particularly extraordinary. There are no problems with his brain waves or bodily functions either. It's the same as the case with Lady Nagant. It seems only those who fell under All for One's command once he was defeated by All Might were rigged. Okay. Come to think of it, if All for One had implanted some sort of explosive in case he was betrayed, there would be no need for the whole display of murdering traitors in front of them, or threats to kill them if they fed him the wrong information, Aizawa thinks to himself. The only thing All for One instilled in him was overwhelming terror. As we see Aoyama locked in this chair, he still looks sad. He's not crying anymore, but he just looks sad. That continues to haunt him. Are you afraid? Says Aizawa. And we get a shudder from Aoyama. Definitely is afraid. Aizawa continues. Consider yourself lucky to have friends who stand up for you like that. What are you afraid of? All for One? Yes, replies Aoyama. And also, as he's quivering, he's saying this, I fear that I'll never be able to twinkle like them. The more they believe in me, the more I lose confidence in myself. As we get a flashback to a few chapters ago when they were all in the room with him. Even if I took their hand, I always think that if All for One appeared before me, I'd do the same thing all over again. That's what scares me most, he says. That's why I don't want to do anything more. All I want is to go somewhere where no one can find me and just die. As he starts to cry now, damn, dude. Aizawa initially doesn't say anything, just staring off ahead. No matter how cruel the circumstances were, they don't excuse your actions, says Aizawa. Aoyama, even if we succeed, I can't guarantee you'll remain in UA. They're your friends, and that's why they put things in a nice way. But I'll give it to you straight, he says. I'll tear away the fear he instilled into you one way or another, he thinks to himself. He didn't say that out loud. Fight. There's no other option left to you. That he says out loud. Dude, I freaking love Aizawa. He's always been a top 3 character to me. He is just... He's the man, dude. I get that I must fight here, says Aoyama. I understand that. For the sake of our victory, I have to become a mere pawn. I know that, but still. Aizawa interjects and says, perhaps we're doing the same as All for One did to you, using you for our own interests. We are no different. And you get a shocked expression from Aoyama. Aizawa continues, but I'm not going to let you back down and be forever tormented by your sins. I won't let you go die in some dark hole. As long as I'm in charge of the hero course, I will take care of all my students. Isn't he just the best, man? I have no intention to expel you from UA. To live a life full of regrets and remorse, that's not what I teach to my students. Even if you feel miserable and pathetic, you must walk along with those who lend a hand to you. Let me make sure everything's recording right. Yeah, it is. Okay. Dude, what a boss. We will protect you. I can safely say that. As long as you're with those guys, you'll be okay. He says. Man. Dude, Aoyama definitely needed someone right now. And Aizawa, he's the man. But how is a criminal like me going to be helpful to anyone? Of course you're afraid, Aizawa thinks to himself. Anyone would be. Then he says, don't think that we're going to send you in on your own. He thinks to himself, that's why. Hey, says one of the students in front of the UA building. It's time, let's go. Oh, and then we get frickin' Shinzo. Is he doing a Spider-Man pose? With the scarf? That's great. That's great. He says, okay, you'll be walking alongside all of us, says Aizawa. Okay, so there's Shinzo. We were wondering how he would join the class, but now, conveniently, there's a spot open. That's crazy to think about. This isn't, we still don't know who Deku and the others are looking for specifically. Oh, no, we do. I guess technically, they're probably looking for Dabi or someone, right? They're trying to find the individual villains and take them out one by one. Interesting. The chapter, now we get the title. Chapter 340, The Story of How We All Became Heroes, Part 3. Or would it get a Part 4? That'd be kind of cool. Really good chapter. Really good emotional chapter from Aizawa talking to Aoyama. That took up definitely a majority of this, and we kind of got the basis of All Might's plan. Pretty cool. Not a particularly great chapter, I guess. Not a lot happened, but I did enjoy Aizawa talking to Aoyama. I love anything Aizawa, and this is the most dialogue we've gotten from Aizawa in a long time. So that's definitely great. Yeah, sorry for the more laid back reaction. I'm a little more like relaxed in the morning. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and leave your thoughts down below, and yeah, stay tuned for more. This is a pretty solid chapter. Nothing crazy happened, but that's perfect because I'm not in a crazy mood. So yeah, until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.